Yeah, not to mention he shot his grandmother before he left, headed to the school. So, what up?
Out of all things, elementary school though.
Yeah. What's this? Episode 47. And we're
Yeah,
here. How you doing, Tony?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
God,
I'm crazy, but I ain't mad. The world going crazy and mad. And I'm a little tight. I mean, I had a good day today, but I just
excuse me.
after getting home, I learned about that shooting in Texas. I'm tired of niggas. I'm tired of niggas doing the stuff they doing. And, on the real, I'm positive and peachy king and all of that, but like I'm angry as hell.
I don't blame you. I really don't. And I'm sad. If anything, I'm. Yeah. Well, I can tell you what I can be angry at. I could be angry at the fact that it happened, but I will have to say that it just really saddens me that these are children and that a lot of this has to do with children. So it's one thing for you to do what you want to do to adults. And I'm not saying that it's right, but children are truly innocence in its natural form. And for you to prey on that and take advantage of that, it's disgusting and it's
Well,
saddening.
I don't know the guy's reason and I don't care.
I was
I'm
gonna say I don't even think that
yeah,
matters at this
I'm
point.
just tired. Like the last several weeks, what the Buffalo shooter, he targeting black people. I'm still traumatized from that. I
Yeah,
actually went to the dentist today and my dentist is a new guy. My old dentist, he just retired. So new young guy, he's trying to be all extra. I really didn't feel like talking. Wasn't really in the mood. I do get triggered when I see white people. I really have to process. I'm not lying. I
mm,
have to think, I have to think about it, how I need to, just be respectful. Cause sometimes when I look at them and I think of stuff, I'm thinking about the Buffalo shooting. He was saying some stuff. Yeah, I try to stay out the news. It's just a shame. I really didn't want to talk to him.
right,
Just work on my teeth, shut up, do what you got to do to my teeth. You know what I'm
right, and
saying?
keep it pushing.
And then, I was like, well, I briefly touched upon that saying I'm kind of in a mood right now. I said something has affected my community, a community that I belong to.
Right,
And he knew what I was talking about. He was like, yeah, stay out of the media and stay out of the media. This is happening in real life, you know?
right. This is happening right here in your backyard.
Yeah. And
You
then
don't
the
need to stay out of the media in order to know what's going on anymore.
and
You
then
don't
the
have to be in the media or
yeah.
any type. You don't even have to turn on your TV no more. People call you and tell you stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
but
"Oh, did you hear about this? Did you hear about that?" And I don't want to.
and I know people, this is mental health awareness month. I'm about sick of hearing it and we do good.
We be
And
trying.
but like mental, damn, I need to be crazy right about now. It's a lot of stuff, man. I'm just tired of it. And even I'm tired of this white privilege. I'm tired of this privilege. I'm not lying. Girl, even the dogs got privilege. I was driving to the shopping store, no lie. I'm in my car. This truck pulls over. My windows is up. I'm on the AC. It's a truck. I hear the dog. He out his window. I'm like, nigga, you can't even talk. You know what I'm saying? Just barking. And it was obvious it was toward me. I'm like, what the bleep? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just too much.
I
It's
mean,
just too much. I had a lady give me the finger. I'm driving behind her. We had a red light. Like, this is how my week has been. And it's only the beginning of the
Tuesday.
week. Yeah.
It's Tuesday.
I'm at the stop sign and the light is red and it turns green. I wait a minute because I know sometimes I'll be doing something distracted. Somebody will honk me. I honked one time. She gives me the finger. I see, and she's an older lady, older white lady, older than me. And the
Very.
street that I was going on, they're working on. So it's like a limited number of houses. I was like, Lord, please let her be going where I'm going. Not that
Mhm.
I would have done nothing to her, but I just really wanted to look her in the face, right? I
Uh,
said the nerve that people like they really getting bold. They really getting bold. And
tell you.
you know it ain't nothing for somebody to shoot you or stab you or do whatever, you giving them the finger, which I wouldn't have
You
done
never
that.
know anybody's mental state anymore.
You
You don't
don't,
know what
man.
type of anybody's in. So I feel like at this point, everybody should be walking on eggshells with everybody because you don't know what's going to make somebody snap and what's going to make somebody flip. You don't.
But is there any way for us to be living?
Absolutely not.
Cause,
I'd rather stay in my house.
but I think that's the plan. I think we need some martial law because with everything going on, people say, oh, and they're not going to take guns off the street. And I'm like Alex. I'm sick and tired of the president and the governor showing up, giving their condolences. I'm just sick and tired of that.
Well,
When
what
you
y'all gonna do about it? I'm tired of condolences. You can. There's only but so many times you can say that you are sorry.
listen, and I'm not into violence, and I hate to see it. It's a war going on, but it's gonna have to be a war in these streets. It just really is because the way put these they call them copycat serial killers
Mhm.
or talking about they trying to get attention. I don't know what it is, but for you to California, they ran up in the church shooting. That was what a couple of weeks ago, the day
Yeah,
after the Buffalo shooting.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then
It was
this
an
fool
Asian
up,
guy,
yeah, and it's white people be
Taiwanese
doing this
church.
shit. We don't do stuff like this. We don't do stuff like this, and I'm about tired of it. So you know what I think they should do? Take the black men that's in prison and let them be the judge and the jury, or
Oh,
let them be
gee.
martial law walking these streets. Cause something got to give. We just can't keep, people can't be just going in schools shooting up little. That man, that boy shot his grandmother and then shot the kids. Look at all of those families affected. And I don't know if he shot himself or they shot him.
Oh, listen. At that point, it ain't even a matter of if he shot himself or he was killed by police. At the end of the day, he shot up children, and then your grandmama, your mother's mother, you sat up there and you killed.
So is he mentally ill or is he just did what he wanted to do? Because he probably had a good reason for why he did.
His grandmother
Yeah,
and
apparently
random children.
he probably had it. He probably had a good reason.
I would love to know that reason. I would love to sit here and have somebody say in my face and rationalize you sitting there shooting up an elementary school.
People do it all the time. Shit, just look in the Capitol, look in the White House, look at our president, senators, look at all of them crooks. They rationalize the shit they do. I'm just like, I'm so done with it. They showing up, oh, my condolences and making statements. Forget statements. It's time out for this. It's like they trying to create a climate of fear. You can't go to the grocery store. That community in Buffalo, they're saying how much panic it is with the little black kids. They don't want to go to school. They don't want to go outside. They scared to go to the park. Now you targeting little elementary school kids like they babies. They babies.
Like I said, the truest form of innocence.
Yeah.
They don't do nothing to hurt nobody, not intentionally. I personally, I don't know of a single child in elementary school years.
I think
that is malicious.
I think we need the military walking these streets. And
I agree.
And I don't, I wouldn't want to live like that either. Martial law. Remember that movie Siege with Denzel Washington?
Yes.
And they was actually going in the house, pulling out Middle Easterners. And we said, oh, that was wrong. That's so prejudiced. But they need to start going to some of these white people's houses and start searching their houses for these guns. They do. Because they're talking about they're not going to do away with gun control, pull them off the streets. So it's like our leaders are always acting after the fact.
They're being reactive as opposed
Yeah,
to
and it's not good enough. Like even when they ran up in the White House, if they didn't push the envelope on that,
No, they let everybody go off scotch-free. Oh, well, everyone was upset. Now listen. Let it be like Kendrick Lamar's Pimp a Butterfly album cover and have that whole bunch of black and brown people out there. It'll be a massacre.
I think that's who need to run the country. We had Obama. He was a little bit black, but I'm just saying. No, like we need some, since they so scared of us. And I'm like, why are they you're so afraid of us that you're going shooting up communities? Like, why? Why?
So what you're saying is that you don't want a black politician that's a politician.
We need niggas. We need niggas up there. Yeah, we need real niggas up in the White House. Yeah, that's what we need.
I don't blame you. I really don't. I really do. I really do think that it is going to have to take some people who are not only book smart, but street smart. That can not only go into DC, into the White House, but also can go to DC. I want to say is New York Avenue in DC. If you are from DC, I don't know. I'm not. Probably been there all of 10 times and still don't know. But, go to the hood and still kick it with his auntie. But also can be like, all right, auntie, I'm going to come back, get my plate, and then go ahead and go to their Senate meeting. That's the type of dude I am. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and it's sad, when you display that side of you, you get the stereotypes that we get.
Oh, he's a
But what is it? Like, and government don't have the answer, but I'm just sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of all of these leaders and all of these damn white people. I don't want to be a racist, but they are my damn nerves. The shit they doing is just crazy. and like they got a pass to get away with it. It's so triggering. It almost makes me feel like all of this has been unleashed. Like, oh, we're going to get them. We want to wipe them off. We're becoming a minority. We want to just it's like they coming on us from every side, from the pandemic, from the health disparities, to the jobs, losing of jobs, to kids being home.
Mhm.
Now our babies are struggling, haven't been in school, the abuse, everything, where people of color, and I'm talking about Black people now, because I'm talking about me and my group of people, how it's affecting us. And it's not a good thing. It's like an assault has just been unleashed on us. And I'm sick of it. Them trying to do their little processes on Capitol Hill, and you got niggas up here doing filibusters and all this, keeping legislation from passing. Like, no, I don't believe in this political system. I don't know what the answer is. I'm not promoting violence or whatever, but that eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth is, it just seems like that's what it's got to be. Like maybe, I don't know. And I don't want to say it because I'm not a proponent of violence, but I'm just tired. I'm tired of people coming after us as Black people. I'm tired of it. I'm really, really tired of it. I really am. It gets to me. I get triggered just during the day when I'm going around and I see white people, and I have sense enough in my mind to know that all white people ain't bad, but just the way they say things to me,
Oh, I can't stand that condescending tone that they use. Like, oh, don't you understand? Listen, considering that you are speaking the language of English and that is the official language of this country, yes, I understand quite frankly. As a matter of fact, if you can understand me and I can understand you, that means we speak the same language.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a lot.
It's a lot. And you know what's funny? My friends and my family members used to think that it was so funny when I used to tell them, I don't like to be the only Black person in the room in a group full of white people. I don't like it. I never have. I really don't. I don't feel safe. I never have. If I walk into a room and I'm the only person that looks like me and I can't identify at least 3 or 4 others that look like me, I walk out. I don't feel safe.
I understand.
I never have.
I understand. And I
went to school in a predominantly white neighborhood. Do you know how terrible that was?
But it's
and my mother
different.
thought it was a great idea to put me in honor classes. You know, ain't nobody that look like this in no honor classes.
Because that's where they had, like, our ancestors really brainwashed that white was right. So, like, I hear people say whether they adopt little white kids. I know somebody who adopted some little white kids. Do it, but all of these, and she Black. Out of all of these Black kids, why the hell would you go? Why would you go adopt some white kids? And you know what she said to me? Yeah, because I got little white kids, so they in that privilege. I get to walk in their privilege. That's what she said to me.
Yeah, that's real different because I didn't even think of that. Like, honestly, I wouldn't have sat there and thought like, hey, I'm adopting, lighter hued children.
I mean, kids is kids.
Yeah, but like, I wouldn't think that's like, like, because I'm adopting these children, I get to use their privilege for my, personal gain.
She said that. And I'm like, you probably got kids in your family and your extended family that you could probably be helping. And, the government pays you now if you want to watch your family members, your kids. And it's just a lot. And I mean, it's summertime is about here. The weather is getting good. And, we out in the backyard doing what we're doing, trying to have a good time. And it's like you try to keep it positive and not think about all that negative stuff. But when it's just up in your face, it's like just too much.
And it's even the barbecues can't even be safe no more.
No.
You still got to wonder if Carol across the street and Tom down the street is going to sit there and call the police. And you still don't know what energy the police are going to be on when they get there. And I even if you are just back there having a good time, but some of us got a few family members that like to cut up every once in a while. And we know how to deal with our people, but
you know worse than these serial killers around here.
And then, but if Carol see it across the street and be like, oh, there's a unruly Black person across the street, they don't live here. Police run up and then shoot up your spine. You're like, well, damn, I live here.
Yeah. You know what? I really believe in segregation. I do.
I don't think there's a problem with segregation.
I don't mind. Separate. Y'all get y'all space and we get ours. Like, I am just so with that.
I'm cool with separate but equal.
I'm so with that because when all them white people get blown up for all the fucking evil that they have done,
that's right.
I don't want to be nowhere around them.
That's right.
And yes, am I stereotyping? I'm not talking about everyone. I'm ranting and I'm venting. I'm directing my anger in a productive way. So, I'm not finna pop off and go crazy, but I'm human and I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of white people because they just fucked up. They evil, they mean, they think they better, and the shit that they do is out of fear. Why are you so afraid of me and my race that you got to be just killing us? Are you insuperior or are you insubordinate? And then the men say it's about penis. I don't know. I never thought
everything with men is about penis. I'm tired of hearing that.
I don't know. And I never heard that before till recently.
For real?
Yeah, I never heard that white people
Sigmund
are
Freud.
against. I know about Freud, but I never heard of that.
Everything. But
I don't have a penis, so why are you tripping on me?
Because you make the penis.
No, I'm just talking about.
It's true. You make the penis. It's true. Men fear women because you know what? We can do everything that you can't. You can't do what they can't do what you do.
Yeah, but what the kill? No, I get it. We all got strengths and weaknesses.
And then they need you more than you need them. Oop, who said that? I did.
I'm just so sick of it. I'm just so sick of it. And what can I do? I accept things as they are. No, I'm not gonna go break no laws and stuff like that. But somebody need to just stand up. You know what I'm saying? And this serial killing and shooting and dogs barking because they got white owners and shit like that. Let somebody's dog come around here. If I catch them pissing outside my house again, I'm going to put some damn... Because I be watching them I don't care. I be watching them when they walk their dog. When I'm in the house and I don't come out, I'll see them. The white lady, she'll switch. Oh, Rover by my car in the driveway or whatever, doing his business. And I'm like, okay, it's just shit, piss. They dogs. I can live with animals. I can live with animals, right? Animals are better than people. But then I come on the porch, I'll come outside and I see her dog just getting ready to do her business and she trying to pull him. Come on, Rover. I started to say, don't come on now. He been shitting in my yard, forever. Why you want to stop him now?
Right.
Just, I'm just like agitated and trying to have good days. And it's just a lot going on. A lot of violence. Like in comedians, even comedians catching it, right? I mean, it's been a minute ever since the stuff with Will Smith. You heard about somebody coming after Dave Chappelle on stage, right?
Yeah.
So there's a sense of fear.
You can't even go to a comedy show and laugh. You can't laugh. You can't go watch a movie. You can't even go to brunch. Somebody got shot on the subway out of nowhere.
Recently?
On Sunday.
Yeah. George was telling me that his daughter was on the Q train.
Yes.
So she was going to ride the Q train going to Target, and something happened. She didn't ride it. Mm-hmm. Right. And then he told me yesterday about the shooting. Ain't that something?
Yeah, you can't even go to brunch to see your family.
Yeah.
Can't go to brunch, can't go to a movie, you can't send your kids to school, you can't even go to the grocery store.
That's part of don't you think it's part of the plan? They need to put these listen, just put the military on these streets. And I feel
I don't even trust that though.
What we gotta lose? I'm sorry. No. I'm like Alex now.
No, because with the military. I would support a local militia before I support having the military on the streets. Because at the end of the day, the military ain't know everybody that look like this. And on top of that, everybody that look like this in the military ain't what you want them to be.
Ain't nobody what we want them to be.
I'm talking about that look like you. So just as well as you're saying that you want people to fight for your community, there's no guarantee that if you go and have the military running these streets, that the people that look like you are going to be on your side.
I think, and true, but the ones, it's no different than from government and these leaders and stuff who doing what they doing and all the corruptions. It's the same thing. I like to think if they put a battalion or a brigade or in my neighborhood, like I've been in the military, I know how it works, right? So niggas know who prejudice, even in the military. I knew who the rednecks was. You know who they were. And those was usually the one, they'll probably just pluck them off in the beginning just to get rid of them. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
I say, give me a local militia. Arm yourselves and your
It's too much because our government ain't enforcing jack. They enforcing their pockets getting deeper and getting fatter with all of that pork from that political garbage. Anytime they can let that happen to the White House.
Right. And nothing
happens, I don't know. So let's just move on. I don't know. What's good?
Nothing. That's the problem. I wish there was something good. That's a legitimate issue now.
I mean, it's a lot of good things. I mean, like I said, it's getting warm. People are getting ready to take vacations. But they got me scared to get on the plane. They acting like fools on the plane now. I'm like, come on, people.
You can't drive your car.
What we doing for Memorial Day?
Oh, I don't know.
Don't say
when
it.
Is that? That's Monday? This Monday?
I don't know, but I'm gonna have me a place where I got a barricade and where I could dive for cover. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna be afraid and
What
just
am I
stay in
doing
my
for
house.
Memorial Day? I might buy me a gun. I don't know. God bless America. I'm just saying. That's what I might do on Memorial Day. I'm sure they got some sales somewhere at some gun store somewhere, and I'm gonna need one.
I can't say
I can
that.
get a rifle. Rifle and shotguns, right? I can get those without a permit.
You can have a shotgun.
See,
without.
then that's what I'm gonna get because I ain't got time for this. I really don't. I really, really don't. I don't. I don't.
I'm gonna just leave that. I can't get in that conversation right there. I just can't. I just like try to send good energy.
That's
like,
good energy.
I'm just no. Listen, you do what you got to do at this stage of the game. It's like you got to protect yourself because we don't have nobody protecting us. I'm sorry, and I pray and I meditate and I believe in God and all that good stuff. But still, you got to be practical walking around here with these streets and stuff.
That's true.
And it's just getting
real.
I
ain't gonna walk around with the shotgun now. That's just a little crazy.
No, when I say walking around, I'm just saying moving. As you're moving in your community and going about your business and stuff, and people just be messing with you. People just be saying things. I'm like, don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. You know, and I'm to the point, if I don't want to say hi, you can smile at me. I'm in my mood. I don't want to talk to you.
Right. Boundaries.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay.
So, I don't know. It's just a lot going on, but I just want to listen to me some good music. Speaking of which, I finally started listening to Kendrick Lamar's new album.
Everyone keeps telling me.
What I heard, like that guy, he's a prophet. I'm so scared for his life because the things he speaks are so deep and so real. And he's actually talking to people in our culture. They love him so much. If they could fall in love with his message, they may elevate their thinking a little bit. You know?
Good luck. You can bring a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink.
Yeah.
You can't. But eventually, I say this: everybody has their own process, and they will learn in time.
Some niggas ain't gonna learn. I'm sorry. Some people just ain't learning, and we hope that. And this is just me today.
Okay.
Like, and I'm on this positive stuff, but I'm human. Today was one of these days. You can only take so many triggers in one day. I got triggered by the dentist.
You always get triggered by the dentist. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I hate when someone talks to me patronizing and condescending to me. And then I was in the gym and I ran into this owner of this business a group of black people was sitting there and he was saying to one of the young men, "Oh, you're so bright. You're so articulate." Right.
No,
and I called him. I called him out in a sense. In my professional role as a consultant, I met with the guy. I said, "I want to bring it to your attention. That was a microaggression." I got nowhere with it. He was like, "I don't see anything wrong with it." So I'm like, I said, "Did you see the looks on these people's faces?" I ran into him. I mentioned him because I ran into him at the gym and he's so quick to smile at me. And I'd be like, "Don't smile at me." You know what I'm saying? So I've been having trigger after trigger after trigger. Been doing good, just trying to, because I don't want no problems. Don't want to go back to jail. Don't never want to go to jail. You know what I'm saying?
You really don't need to be in jail. I don't think that's anybody's. I don't feel like anybody wants to be in prison.
But really some people don't care. But
that's different.
Yeah, man. I just want to go take me a couple of vacations and.
Who are you thinking about going?
I already know where I'm going.
Oh,
yeah, I already, I just got to get over this fear of getting on the plane because they cutting up. They cutting up on airplanes. Like they just, and it ain't us. That's what I'm saying. It ain't us. We're so aggressive and we're so mean and we're so hostile, but we ain't the ones around here shooting up schools with a guy was bothering Mike Tyson.
Yes, he was.
What was this? What happened?
So I want to say it was about a couple weeks ago, maybe. Mike Tyson was on a plane coming from Vegas or somewhere. Guy was on the plane fussing at Mike Tyson. I'm sorry. You don't know who this man is. He didn't know
who he was?
I think he did, and he just didn't care. He was picking at him.
Was he white?
Of course he was. And he claims that he was intoxicated. Man tried to take a swing at Mike Tyson.
Did Mike hit him?
Of course he did.
He didn't?
2 piece and a biscuit.
Did he go to jail? Yeah, Mike. You better know to mess with him. He be
no jail time. He hit him first, so it was self-defense.
Yeah, man.
Mike Tyson, the man been to prison.
Yeah, but he's so people. But he's so gentle.
He done did a lot, and you gonna sit here and mess with Mike Tyson? Yeah. You have to be out your mind. You have to be what my grandma would say. You have to be a cotton picking fool.
But they be trying you
to do it.
But they be trying you. Like I'm just saying, the privilege is so deep.
Mike Tyson.
But listen, I wanted to say when you were like, I'm all over the place. When you say you feel uncomfortable,
I do.
When you're the only black person. I went to I flew to the Dominican and I flew first class. I do that now, right? Just for the leg room. For the leg room. So what?
You bad.
No, for the leg room. You know, I do it for the leg room.
Just for the leg room. Just for the leg room.
No, I'm claustrophobic, so I got a hard, like, being on a plane that long, I need to be comfortable. But anyway, I think I was in Arizona somewhere, and I could use the Admirals Club. You know, I'm not a member of it. No, listen, I gotta tell you about what?
Your financial privileges being like hardcore.
Wait, no.
I love it. Don't get me wrong.
No,
ain't nothing wrong with it. But I'm just saying, I was like, listen, I got this. I'm over here going this.
No. Oh, come on, guys. No, I'm not saying it for that though.
It's all right.
I'm just saying.
Listen, I say save for it. Listen, you worked hard.
I just try to, like, I know my psyche can be all over the place, right? I'm a living witness of mental health issues in the finest. I own it, but I know what to do to regulate myself. But anyway, so I'm in the airport. I paid for this ticket. This ticket, you know, you can go to the Dominican like $300. I paid like $1,200 for this. And really, what did you give me? I'm supposed to get on the plane first. I get on the plane first. I get off first. You give me a meal. You give me some drinks. And with this international, so I got to use the Admirals Club. So I went up in there. You know, I was only Black person up in there. And they were looking at me like, when I came in, like that, right? And I'm like, all right, I got them nervous now, right? So I go out and take out my computer. I had work to do. And I'm a personable person. So they was acting all tight ass, you know, with their dicky pants and their polo shirts or whatever they had on and their brown loafers and shit, right?
Lord,
so cool. Yeah, you know, tight ass.
Lord.
So I'm sitting up in there. I'm sizing up the joint because, like, I'm looking, and I think it was LaGuardia. So it's like the lounge it's like up. So I'm sitting in here and nobody's speaking. It was an old lady and an old man. That's who I ended up hanging out with, right? They said something about I like your shoes or something. It was on, right? So I started talking. Then I was at the bar having some drinks. I was lit. I had the Admirals Club turned up, right?
Did you?
Yeah. And these tight asses was like, oh my God, look at this nigger. She's up here mingling with people. But how about this? When I left, by the time I got to the gate, they must have called somebody because the people at the gate stepped to me and said, are you all right? I said, are you all right? I said, are you all right? Are you asking everybody else? Are they all right? And I say this just to say, it is uncomfortable to be in a space where you're the only Black person. Maybe I'm just crazy. I said, hell yeah, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But it just go to show you, white people will smile in your face or pretend like they all right. And all the time they know they screwing your ass.
Mm-hmm.
That's how nasty they are. And yeah, I'm talking about white people today. And I got every right to. And if the shoe fits, wear it. And just do me good. Stay away from me. Because I've been trying to do my own little thing. I'm polite to everybody. White, Black, yellow, brown. But like, y'all white niggas, y'all doing a little bit too much.
Yeah, I'm respectful.
The shit is getting deep. You know what I'm saying? It's just really getting deep where y'all just itching for a scratch, you know?
Listen, my mother used to say, you pat the kitty the wrong way, you don't be surprised when you get scratched.
Yeah. So
there's a lot of those euphemisms that, you know, people saying, it took me a while to get it, but I got it now.
Yeah. So I'm just like I'm just gonna be chilled.
It's true.
I'm looking forward to like getting away. Actually, I'm going to a conference and hopefully.
Oh, you are going to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully, if I don't change my mind, I got to try to get my head in the right place. But I already booked. I booked like 2 events, so I got 2 trips coming up back to back.
Okay.
But now I'm thinking about it and just thinking about just getting in my backyard or just, you know, laying on my couch. That's how just real it is.
The thing Alex got you for your birthday.
Yeah, that's what I got. Hey, I cut the grass yesterday. I learned how. Hey, y'all, I learned how to crank up a lawnmower. It was so.
You was probably back there getting it too.
But my neighbors, they helped me. They came through and they was actually started mowing it for me. And I said, no, let me do it because I got to learn. Listen, that struggle was real, but it was kind of fun. So I did it. Now you need to go out with the weed eat. But I cut the grass. So I said, I may put the tent up and just chill. Because really, this is about the only place I'm feeling safe is in my own house.
That's true.
And I don't know if that's part of the plan. So people start staying in their house. Because it's like this fear that's trying to emanate every place.
It has to be. It has to be the plan. Because you got to remember, during COVID, nobody was out. But everybody felt safe.
Because they was home.
Again, they felt safe to a certain extent. They felt safe with their immediate. Now, COVID has been lifted slightly.
And that was a trap. They had people staying in so they could get pregnant. And now there's a baby formula shortage. I know it's part of the plan, y'all. It's like we're going to get y'all for the white people, since white people be the one having the most abortions. So we're going to pass laws so they can't have abortions, because we know white girls outnumber everybody, right? So we trying to kill off of these niggas, all right? We ain't taking no guns off the street. We ain't gonna never catch their killers. We gonna let them go free. All right, we got a brother in Buffalo that day. Good job, brother. We gonna hook you up.
Right. Let me stop.
Yeah, they trying to get rid of us. I really believe that.
That's crazy.
I'm in my bag today, and yeah, I'm still believing in a higher power, but I'm just tired. I'm tired of turning the other cheek. I'm tired of being nice. I'm just tired of this stuff. It's very traumatic.
It is.
And all these people, if I see another Black person in my face talking about diversity and inclusion, I am going to curse them out, okay?
But what is there to be inclusive about at this point? Because at this point, I feel as if you've given them everything. You've let them know. It's not like they don't know the history now, because you put those in schools, whether they want to take the classes or not. Now they have to, especially if they go to higher education. You have to take a diversity credit regardless of where you go. So it's not like it's not in schools, but it's not like it's not in, it's put out in front of your face
but they're still resisting it, because we know just from the effects of the kids being out of school and learning online, the socio-emotional effects, right? They need programming in the schools. They should have that extra, at least an 8-week program curriculum, building little kids of color their self-esteem. They need the social, emotional well-being. They should have that. And you have districts that are resisting it. You still have district resisting teaching Black history in school. Oh, let's not do that. That's not necessary. It's not necessary.
Stop teaching American history altogether. What the hell do they need to know that for? What do they really need to know that for? Because really, I would love to freaking know what the hell they need to know about American history before 1865. What do you need to know?
They need to know that, listen, we always been in charge, and we're going to always try to stay in charge.
That's about 2 minutes. You just did it. Now what
All
else?
right, but when you indoctrinate people, it's just over, repetition is the mother of learning, Because when I think about it, other than Martin Luther King and
I have to hear about
Frederick Douglass
King,
and
Frederick Douglass,
they're the only ones they really give you.
Rosa Parks, Ruby Bridges. I didn't learn about Malcolm X in elementary school. No, I did not.
Oh, I did. I had to learn about
I had to learn about
my
where I learned about Malcolm X? At home. At home.
Yeah.
With my parents. That's who taught me about the revolutionaries. They didn't teach me that in school. They wanted to teach me about the peaceful people who like to sit and, march and talk. My mother wasn't playing that back home. Let's talk about the people who like to shoot and fight. And, granted, it was a cautionary tale on what maybe not to do.
You all right?
But no, I'm mad now. I'm just saying, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. If you want to teach American history, teach all of it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Because that's all that it is. It really is. Yes, cool. Yes, America is now a country of its own, free from British rule. Great. That's the good part.
It don't seem like we. No.
Wait. I'm telling you.
It seems like Ukraine ruling this joint here. Seem like they got more Jews than we got here.
China runs the world.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody owe China some money.
You see the price of cars now?
You see the price of gas? The hell with the cars.
Yeah. And how about this? The collard greens, when you wash them, you know how when you wash collard greens in the sink, you can usually see the green dye that comes off of the vegetable, the green color.
Yeah, what is it?
Chlorophyll. Yeah. My friend was telling me she bought some greens. She said, girl, I'm just soaking them in the sink. She said, the water just is white.
Don't eat them.
I said, they coming at us from all sides, trying to get us with food, gas.
Grow your own collards. Those things are easy to grow.
Yeah, listen, I don't got time to be doing all that right now.
I don't try. If you don't try, listen. If it don't look right, if it don't smell right, matter of fact, just bought roast beef the other day. Went bad in 2 days. I said, that's
the thing now. When you buy salads and fruits, you figure you go out every week to buy a couple times to get produce.
Yeah.
You put it in there, and like the next day, it's starting to wilt. That's what I'm telling you. It's like this world in the last couple of
I'm
years,
telling you, there's a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, you coming after us with the food, no baby formula. You
Now
trying
listen,
to
if I
overturn.
disappear, because we talking about this, I said it.
If you disappear, just kick ass. You'll take out some of them. If you don't get all of them, get a couple of them.
That's right.
You
Get a
might
few
as
hits
well
in.
go out fighting, trying instead of just laying down like so
That's
many of us
true.
doing. I'm really getting tired of it. I'm too old to be trying to be violent and get all like this and shit like that, but I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of waking up every day seeing some bullshit. That's just really what it is, or hearing about some nonsense. I'm getting a phone call, somebody telling me this, or I take a drive here and I see this. Just crazy stuff. People just doing crazy stuff. And then I'm turning the other cheek. I'm like, all right, I ain't with it. Let me just do what I got to do and stuff. But you can't help but to think about it sometimes.
Something wrong with your granddog.
That ain't my granddog. That's Bella. What's she doing?
She just, I'm sitting here trying to talk to you. She like,
And even the cops, I feel bad for the police. When I think about it, like all of these random acts of violence, especially these shootings, they're the ones that have to go in there and see that stuff. That's like traumatic, and I gotta just say, all of them ain't corrupt, but they do put their lives on the line, and to continually see that over and over, you know what that does to them?
No, but I don't want to. But I would never say that. That's one job I would never take for granted.
So what's the answer? What's the answer to all of these problems around here?
You want my honest answer or the politically correct one?
No, I want the honest answer.
Target practice is what the answer is.
Target practice. See, y'all know I can't
start teaching your kids how to shoot, because they're going to need that more than they going to listen. You teach them how to read, how to write, how to do math, and how to shoot.
I think self-defense is probably a good skill for people to teach their kids.
Listen, the first time I shot a gun, I was 8 years old in Oklahoma. Okay.
Really?
Yep, it was a rifle. It was a 22 rifle. Didn't you? You sure enough did.
Girl, that's
what my uncle told me. He's like, "Oh, girl, you a great shot." I said, "Thank you."
What was it? A buckshot?
Huh?
A buckshot.
It was a 22 rifle.
No, okay. I shot a buckshot.
Oh no, I ain't shooting nothing live. I was shooting cans.
I thought I broke my shoulder when I shot that thing, and that kick on that thing. I'm talking about a buckshot where all of those BBs, nothing to be played. I done shot a lot of that, but that one is special because you can just sit back. I could be in my backyard and just see them niggas coming up the front, and I'm like, all right, y'all want this?
I feel like that's when you gotta hold up under your.
Well, I hold it right here. It'll break your collarbone.
I'm about to say that sound like it's going to dislocate your whole
but if
shoulder.
you got the strength and you know how you concentrating and you're breathing and everything, you got this. You can handle it. Like, I was scared of that thing at first because when I first shot it, that kick said boom. I was like, whoa, And then I'm like, all right, I can't be letting no stock take me out like that. I got to get through this training, right? And even though I don't like shooting weapons, that's why I don't really I've shot a lot of things.
Well, yeah, you were in the military, so.
And the grenade must have been the worst to shoot that, because to throw that, the impact of that, I'll never forget that. I can still feel the ground shaking. I can still see the smoke, everything. Just holding that thing, I was gripping it for life. It's like a ball. You've seen one, the safety, and it has the pin, but the lever on the side doesn't seem like it has a lot of tension in it. It's spring loaded, but like when you hold it, it don't feel like it's protecting you. And then you squeeze it, and when you pull that pin and they tell you to do one of them numbers, they tell you to do this and aim. Listen, I was just trying to get rid, but just the impact. So that's what I'm saying. When people go in here shooting up supermarkets, I think it should be some rules. Maybe the victims' families, maybe the government should give them a couple of grenades and let them do their thing.
Grenades?
Yeah. That's how they taking us out. That's how Black people are leaving America in droves. That's how we're being attacked and murdered all across the country. I'm not promoting hate and violence. I'm venting right now. But I'm saying, to me, yeah, it sounds cockeyed, but if you want to talk about war and you're taking lives, because yes, you're taking Black lives. It's like we're being targeted, trying to annihilate us. And then you're going after little babies, and then just the crap you telling our kids in school, like we're second-class citizens, treating us like we crap. And then you mad at Black people because Black men's penis is bigger than white guys. I don't have nothing to do with that. I didn't even know nothing about that till recently. I never heard that. I don't think in terms like that. But I'm saying, is that is that, I mean, that's something new I've learned since I've been here the last few years, because I don't think in terms of like that, like sexual parts. I don't think in terms of that.
Okay. Ooh, let's not go there. Don't talk about dating. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's a whole
No,
nother topic.
yeah, why don't you bring that topic up? Because we just had a conversation here.
God, why did you do that?
No, it needs to be talked about, because that brother, we ain't got to call his name, but he needs to be called out.
Oh, Lord. Well, let's talk about it.
Go for it.
I would say interracial.
You was all into it last week.
Oh, I couldn't stand it. Last week, I was over here quiet for a while. Y'all saw me. I was in the air.
Girl, you
quiet.
was turned up.
I was quiet for a long time, but then certain things was just said that just rubbed me the complete wrong
What
way.
was the thing that got you the most, what he said?
It was more so like...
And just so y'all know, we talking about this person we know. He's an African-American, and he dates white women. He's married to white women. He got a couple of women. But he come around black people because he wants good food that tastes like good food. And I guess he wants in black what he don't get in his white, right? So, but he came over here, and that's all y'all need to know for, you know.
Right, but I think the part that got me was when he was talking about the lack of support that he receives.
That black people ain't loyal?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Soon as that happened, I said, oh, here we go. Because I was like, okay, hear him out for a little bit. Let's see where his mind is at. I had to, had a conversation with myself for a second. I was just like,
you was lit. You was lit.
I sat there and I looked at him. He was talking. He said, black people, when they don't pay me, they steal from me. They do this, they do that. The white man gives me. I said, oh, there it is.
Yeah. And when he said that?
I said, wait a minute now. I said, oh, so they got you where they want you.
When he said that, I said, you get your ass at my house right now. I did. I said, you got to go. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I was like, oh, so they got you where they want you. What do you mean? No, I got there for myself. No. You just said it. You said they gave you everything that your black counterpart could not. That's what you said. I was like, they got you where you want you.
Yeah.
Because now you're appreciative of them.
Yeah, that kind of did, but it's a lot of brothers. They used to call him Uncle Tom, but they uncle whatever their name is. That shocked me. But this is the moral of the story. I don't care. Be with who you want. We talked about this interracial marriage, and
love who you love.
Y'all love who you want to love, but you will not. If you like being over there in Vanilla Ice Cream City, that's cool. But don't come over here to Chocolate City saying how rotten the vanilla is.
Oh, don't play both sides.
Yeah, don't come over here and talk, because you ain't getting no play over here. I'm up on that too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You out here, whatever you doing, busting your behind, working 2 and 3 jobs to go taking care of Miss Vanilla Ice Cream. You know what I'm saying? But you want to come over here and eat my collard greens and my steak and telling me how your babe can't cook and how she can't do this and that. Nigga, please. And then for you to say black people ain't loyal, and you darker than me, something is wrong with you. But this is the state of the world today. And so people love who they want to love. Y'all just stay away from me. Just stay away from me. And I'm all for segregation. I am so all for it. I am so for it. Listen, I am.
All I ask is this.
And I like diversity too. I like diversity, but...
My 40 acres and a mule. Give me that.
Girl, I don't need 40 acres.
With those 40 acres, I can build my town, my school for my black children, my grocery store for my black people, my restaurants for my black people, my businesses for my black people. Give me my 40 acres.
You can have that, girl, because that's...
And then that over there, right over down that way, will be the farm for my black food that goes into the grocery stores and goes into the that the restaurants buy from and keep it within.
All right, but you're gonna need if you have the land, you're still gonna need resources to hire the help.
You don't. I'm about to say you don't see all this melanin goodness. You better roll up a sleeve.
Listen, I'm not doing that. There are
plenty of businesses out there that are ran by black people.
Girl, that's a lot of land. I just mowed the grass yesterday outside. Do you know how tired I was after I did that? Do you know what 40 acres is?
Listen, I said I was meant for my black people. I never said that I said it's for them. So they can come, they can live in the town, they can live They can work at the farm.
Oh, so you're gonna be a slave master?
No. Because if I'm working with you, you're
now
not working for me. I work
Okay.
with you. I do that still in my job, and I work in prison.
Yeah.
They put me in an area where I have to work with individuals. All right, cool. We're gonna work together. Because at the end of the day, you can't sit here and say that I can't sit here and say that I'm a boss and I don't know what every job entails in my corporation or whatever it is that I'm doing.
That's the right way to do it. Like Target. You know I like Target, but
you love
like
Target.
they don't move the store around. They just changed. They moved the home goods section over here and sporting goods. And I said, whose idea was this? Corporate. I said, I bet corporate. Now, corporate don't be in this store.
No.
They don't shop. They're not here every day. They don't know how it is. It's like a mess. It's so much chaos in the store. You're looking, it'll go from E1 to E6, and then it just skips over electronics in the middle of it. So you got pillows over here. I'm using an example. I'm exaggerating, but you got like a pillow here, and way on the other side of the store is a blanket when they're supposed to be in the same spot.
Right.
It's like really, really a mess. It's just chaotic.
The way that I see it is this: your CEO should know the same job as you know the exact job that your janitor does. Because if your janitor ain't there, your CEO should be able to come down and do that job.
See, and we know
and
that
not have a problem.
We know that because we Black, and usually Black people, we got to work ourselves up from the bottom anyway. Right. So you do get to see all facets of it, and that's the way we think, which is smart mentality. We're very observant. We size up stuff, you know. So yeah, I commend you for saying that. That's a good attitude to have. That's a good quality for a leader. Instead of just sitting back, getting advised, people telling you what you should do, and you just do it, and you just sitting back here, got all the security in the world. What for, nigga? You ain't powerful. You ain't making no impact. Ain't nobody gonna kill you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy.
Well, listen, just hand me my 40 acres, child.
Too much hate. And I gotta mention this. He's been gone for a minute, but rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, because I didn't know him personally, and he made his impact, but it is a crying shame since he's been passed on, the hate people have been spewing at him. You know, they tell you celebrate a homegoing, right? You celebrate the life of people. But for people to be spewing hate at a dead man, I think he's impacted them in a way that they're not even aware of. But apparently they don't have the growth and maturity enough, because you know how they say the truth hurts?
Yeah.
And the way they was coming at that man, his approach may have been a little wild.
Absolutely.
Maybe he got off the path. But what he was saying some real stuff.
He made a lot of people angry. He did.
Well, the truth hurts.
I was going to say, but I feel as if they were only angry because it was true.
Yeah.
It was true. You out here trying to, live your best life. Now you got a couple of kids after living your best life. And now you talking about you want a husband. Too late. Sorry.
No, I get that. And I really get that.
But it's sad. It really is disgusting. That's disgusting.
And then the whole thing with his mom finding out on social media, she's an elderly woman, with just all the negative stuff that people are saying. That's somebody's child. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that thing really troubled me. I was shocked to hear, because to me, you know what, we're 56. That's my age, right? And I think that's young. When you think of people, I think of the ideal life, you live to get old and just go to sleep and don't wake up. Unless you're like a great leader, and then a white man trying to take you out, especially if you're a Black leader. It's like,
I think I'm going to get sniped one of these good days.
I try not to think that way, because they're trying to suppress our voices. Like, comedians can't say what they want to say. And that dude, what's his name? That Carlson dude? The host. All right, I can't think of his name, so we won't talk about him. But one, I can't think of his name, was using the nigger word a lot. He's a talk show person. He's not in mainstream, but he gets like $100 million. But he referenced the Planet of the Apes. I can't think of his name, so I shouldn't even mention it. I forget it. What was we talking about? Because I'm all over the place.
You was over talking about Kevin Samuels.
Yeah. I just think that was like a lot.
That was.
But he made his impact, and he's gone now. And
you got women talking about high value, low value, but average.
He helped a lot of people. Like in his interviews, he was saying people, they don't see it when the women come up to him and say, "Thank you, Kevin, for helping me. You saved my marriage," or, "You helped me a lot." people they stuck on the high value and the lady looked like Emmett Smith. And damn, if somebody is obese and overweight, call it for what it is. You can't get mad at people because they calling your ass fat ass. And even if you fat, I'm just saying, and I'm not coming at nobody body
I'm not
type.
to say.
And
no, it's fine.
No, but I'm saying I'm not coming at nobody like that. You got to feel comfortable in your own skin. You know, I'm black. I'm this. I've got flaws and everything. I embrace all of me. Mm-hmm. But to the point, if somebody say, "Girl, you fat," and if I get mad, maybe that means I know I need to lose some weight.
Yeah, but you ain't gotta call me out like that though.
No, but he.
You sometimes it's different between saying it with love, and there's a difference between being like, "You fat black bop." You know what I'm saying? But
he didn't. Kevin Samuels didn't do this with this lady.
I'm not saying he did that, I'm saying in general.
People took that out of. They took it out of context.
I'm fat.
They took it out of context because this lady was trying to say what kind of man does she want. It was unrealistic Well, you can have faith and believe and things will come to you. But his point was, what make you think you're going to get this high value man? You overweight, you out of shape,
right?
Not just visually, where you can't take 2 steps and you like, you know what I'm saying? You're not physically strong, and why would a high value man look at you when he can go get someone that's physically fit and just has more to offer than you? That's the point he was trying to say,
right?
And then he clarified. He said she actually weighed more than Emmett Smith. That's what he said. And he said, what? And he was saying, and I know what he meant because everybody's shape is different and weight, and I get all of that. But what he was saying is, just for example, if I'm 5'11", and just say if I was dating somebody who's 5'11", and he weighed 80 pounds and I weigh 180 pounds, like the ratio 2-to-1.
Right.
But they took that out of context. So, but rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. You know what your intentions were. And he may have got off the path and stuff like that, but he made an impact and he put a lot of stuff out there that can help a lot of people if they can get out of themselves and just own their own truth, you know? Because a lot of stuff he said was true. But anyway, girl, I'm about to have me a drink when I get off of here. I want me a margarita.
A margarita? That's hard stuff.
Yeah, well, I've been the last month or 5 weeks, I've been myself, but I just had to be like a little chilled and a little real extra focused. Because, sometimes when you're trying to do things, you have to like watch, pray and watch. So I've been, but like I can woosah just a little bit now. And, I just need to relax and needed to vent a little bit. I've been taking this high road like every day. And I've been on the road like a lot. And I don't know if it's a test because I've been praying for patience. And I guess when you pray for patience.
Lord, I can't stand that prayer.
Yeah, you get seem like people come at you who really be working your nerves, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't. I prayed for peace and world turned upside down. Just.
Damn, who you praying to? The devil?
No.
Who you be praying to anyway?
I pray to Jesus Christ.
You believe in Jesus Christ?
I do. As my Lord and Savior, I sure don't.
You don't believe the white man gave you Jesus so they can control you?
I know the white man gave me Jesus so that they can control me. But the thing about it is that when you understand the nature of the beast, that's the only way you can control it. And trust and believe. I understand God for myself.
Okay, and that's cool because I believe that Jesus walked the earth and all of that. He was enlightened, he was a prophet, he was all of that. I'm not taking that. But I don't talk about it because people you got to be careful with people with religious and stuff. No, people believe what they want to believe.
You believe what you want to believe. That's up to you.
But when you know the truth and you turn and act like you don't know the truth, you rather be in denial. Don't be complaining when stuff don't be cool because you buying garbage that stinks and is not fit for digestion, right? When you just believe in what you believe in, right? So no, well, I'm glad you pray because I pray too. And really that's all I got for the most part. I send positive vibes but I'm just like, I really pray for the African American people and even for that fool that went in California and shot those Taiwanese people. They were elderly people in the church.
They were praying.
Yeah, it's you call it mental illness. But
you can't place mental illness.
No, you can't.
Some people are just
They do that for white people,
right?
Because that's who the serial killers are. That's who I'm sorry. The white people are the serial killers. Niggas, we don't do stuff like that. We don't do stuff like that.
That's all right.
So it's Mental Health Awareness Month. We've been talking about it. Yeah, I think the whole world is aware that there's a lot of problems. People got illnesses, but the biggest mental illness is these white supremacists and their racist attitudes and think they're the cream of the crop when there's a lot of fear in them. That's why you're attacking different kind of groups. Stop hating. Stop the hate. I ain't even gonna say spread the love, because if you can hate, I don't think you can even progress to love unless an act of God just does something, right? But just I don't know. I just pray for peace, world peace. And I'm like Medea now for individuals, peace be still, a piece of still peace. I'm just saying, I don't promote violence, but you got to look out for yourself, man.
It's target practice time, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I'm not going there with Tony. Let me get out of here, because Tony about to have somebody coming after us, and she's smiling too. All right.
I'm just saying, it is. But it's target practice time.
Yo, I'm about to go,
I
y'all.
can't take myself some days.
Well, it was nice venting a little bit.
It was a good conversation.
And
let's get out of here.
Yeah, I just pray for. Look at her. She want a belly rub. Don't come over here by me, Bella, because you little switch out. You didn't come over here none the whole conversation.
All right, everybody. So thanks for talking with us today. This is the Perfectly Incomplete
They wasn't
podcast.
talking with us.
Well, listening. Shoot. I'm sure, listen, after this episode, I am absolutely sure there's going to be some people in their car talking to us as if they can hear us. I'm serious.
Hey, yeah, it's been really cool, guys. And, as always, I appreciate y'all. You see, I couldn't even get a buzz on the podcast. Normally, I'd be buzzed up in here, right?
Ain't touched that.
That's how
what?
That's how I was managing like what has happened. But y'all, listen, y'all, be cool. Be cool, Tony. Take care of yourself. And hey, y'all, just try to enjoy the weather. Enjoy the weather. Go on a trip, go to the beach, go swim, and do whatever you do. And just keep your head up, man. And don't stoop.
Have a barbecue.
Don't stoop to the level of the white man. All right, we out of here, y'all.
Peace.
Deuces. Hey, subscribe to my channel and share my video, okay?
Yo.